And time. Over the last few months, while traveling in Panama, I've learned that the conditions that create the best quality in the cup are also the conditions that coffee loves to grow in. And that starts at the roots of this coffee, in the soil, at 1,600 meters above sea level, overlooking Volcan Baru in Boquete, Panama. It's in an ancient native forest protected from the harsh sunlight and winds. Here sits Misty Mountain, in the absolute sweet spot to grow geisha. Justin Budeman from Longboard Coffees is the most intuitive producer I know and has crafted this harmony between the terroir, microclimate, and microorganisms, and in doing so has created the most incredible coffee. This delicate ecosystem is kept in perfect balance, and you are going to taste that balance in the cup today. Misty Mountain produces the sweetest geisha I've ever had. And this deep sweetness is caused by the cool mists that surround the forest, extending maturation of the coffee cherries by up to 1 full week. Justin's farm is also entirely organic. In fact, the vast network of microorganisms all over Misty Mountain are allowed to thrive and is directly responsible for this outstanding coffee's unique flavors of rock melon and grape candy. You see, by not washing the microorganisms off the cherries and then fermenting the cherries in anaerobic conditions for 48 hours, these microorganisms break down the sugars and tannins in the coffee in order to brighten the acidity and create a syrupy, lactic-like quality to the body. Justin then uses the rest of the cherries through drying for 28 days in a dark room. This extended drying really brings out that ripe raspberry note that you're going to get in your cup today. The clue is in the name, natural processing. I want you guys to taste the pure terroir of Misty Mountain today. So I roasted this coffee 5 days ago on a hot air roaster called the Nucleus Link, so that these beautiful floral aromas of cherry blossom and lilac would peak today in this cup just for you. To preserve this coffee's clear, elegant, ripe fruit character, I'm pairing the flower dripper from Cafec with a fast-flowing filter paper in order to extract that beautiful rock melon note that I just couldn't get out of any other dripper. I ground 20 grams of coffee 30 minutes ago, medium coarse on my Easy Presso hand grinder, in order to bring out clarity and sweetness in your coffee today. I then seal the doses in these jars in order to maintain the vibrancy in the aromatics. And finally, to bring out the best in your coffee today, I'm going to be doing an adjusted pouring method. We start with 93 degrees Celsius water in order to bring out this coffee's wonderful fruit structure. The bloom, 50 grams, to lay the foundation for the sweetness and structure of this coffee. The next pour, 70 grams, for that vibrancy and the acidity that you are going to taste as red grape. The last 3 pours, 60, 60, and then 45 grams, but now at 90 degrees Celsius water instead. This temperature, as well as the reduced final pour, really brings out an extra vibrancy in the cup when cool. So in total, I'm using 285 grams of my custom-designed water with equal parts magnesium for that vibrant profile from the spoon when hot, as well as calcium for that syrupy, lactic-like quality to the body in the cup. Judges, Misty Mountain is truly the most magical place on earth, and I wish that I could bring you there to show you what it's like. But instead, I guess I'm just going to have to do the next best thing and bring her to you. So, to start off, in the aroma, we have cherry blossom, lilac, and ripe raspberry. The flavors when hot are red grape and red currant. Flavors when warm are grape candy and rock melon. The flavors when cool, imagine biting into the sweetest red apple you'll ever have. The aftertaste when hot is cherry blossom and ripe raspberry. The aftertaste when warm, mouth-watering rock melon into coffee blossom. And you thought that was going to finish. Those flavors continue, aftertaste continues well into the cool stages. And the acidity, when hot, is an elegant citric and tartaric acidity. When warm, that acidity persists. And when cool, it transitions into a gentle malic acidity. The body, when hot, is juicy. When warm, it transitions from juicy to syrupy. And when cool, remains the same, juicy to syrupy. Honestly, my favorite thing about this coffee is how incredibly balanced it is. And that balance starts at the farm, in the soil. Every living thing on Misty Mountain contributes to the taste of this incredible cup of coffee, which is what makes it so incredibly unique. It wasn't until I got to meet Justin that I realized how important it was to capture the full experience of drinking his coffee. Because his coffee is so complex and so layered, I designed a special way of brewing in order to show you 2 expressions of this incredible geisha harmonized into 1 cup. So please use your cupping spoons to evaluate flavors, aftertaste, and acidity, and you're going to get that bright expression of Misty Mountain, like that beautiful citric and tartaric acidity. Then, sip from the cup, especially from warm, and you're going to get a softer, rounder side of her, perfect for evaluating body and balance. Just hold the liquid in your mouth for a few seconds, and you're going to get that melts on your tongue feeling, and you're going to love it. So please, to evaluate the aroma, swirl 5 times before lifting to your nose, and enjoy these aromas of cherry blossom, lilac, and ripe raspberry. Enjoy. May I? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So this last part of the service was inspired by Justin's love of wine. He taught me that just like wine, coffee can have different expressions depending on what you serve it in. The rounded glass and thin lip of the Aurea Sense glass really funnels those beautiful floral aromas and creates that clarity and sweetness to the coffee. And just like wine, when you aerate the coffee by sipping from the spoon, you're going to get that bright burst of acidity. Honestly, there's no way that you could better enjoy this coffee right now unless you were sitting at the top of Misty Mountain itself. At this level of specialty coffee, there's plenty of coffees that excite our taste buds. But I can't begin to describe how Justin's coffee makes me feel. This is a coffee that invokes not just flavors. This is a coffee that invokes feelings. This is a coffee that makes you feel good. Enjoy, and that's my time.